Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure again. Another awesome episode. Okay, this was episode 7, The Successor. It's kind of sad in this one. Got kind of sad. But pretty, it's like, damn, got sad. You all know this is pretty much the events of this episode is basically from when ZEPPELI and Speedwagon, they get into the chamber with Jojo and Targus. And they have their fight. And that's from then. They don't get to the scene of confronting Dio yet. That doesn't happen yet. But man, manly tears in this one. What can you say? ZEPPELI. Yeah, he dies. But man, it was just like one of those things where it's like, oh man, it sucks. ZEPPELI was awesome. ZEPPELI was fucking OP as fuck. And the best part in this episode for me, when ZEPPELI got, and we all, if anyone who's read the manga, go read the manga, people, so you can just be in on it. He gets cut in half, sadly enough, by Targus, and by the chain, actually. He get cut in half by the chain that, connects Jojo'S to Targus. And what ends up happening is, he's dying on the floor, ZEPPELI, and ZEPPELI, with what remains in his body, it's basically his upper half, because it's split in two. He, taking his hand, he grabs Jojo's hand, and he just, oh my god. This was so fucking OP shit going down. He just injects Jojo with all of the remaining life force in his body. He does like the OPest ripple effect. Don't know the specifics of what he called it. I believe it was a deep overdrive. It was just this huge fucking overdrive injecting into Jojo. And I was like, oh fuck, this is awesome. And then after he did that, and it was funny because after he did it, ZEPPELI got really old. And I thought they did that very nicely. Very awesome. Then he starts attacking Targus. And Targus, Jojo, at that moment, Targus was going to step on ZEPPELI. He took him, pushed him all the way on the top, and just beat the shit out of Targus. The best part, oh man, I loved how they did this one. When Jojo just ripped through Targus' arm, and you saw, oh shit, that was awesome, man. Jojo, come on, Jonathan, he's my nigga. He was awesome, fucking OP shit. Then obviously, manly tears. Come on, what can you say? He's crying for ZEPPELI, his master, his and now he is the successor to ZEPPELI. And I like this montage where you see the narrator's talking, and it's like the next generation, And forgot to mention, we get the infamous child scene. Anyone who's read JoJo knows this scene. When this woman says, spare my child, spare my child. He's like, oh, babe. And he basically, Dio's like saying, fine, I'm not going to do anything. My minions are not going to do anything. And that's basically what he's saying. And obviously everybody knows what happens. And you know what was weird for the anime? And the manga didn't really show him do anything, Dio, but apparently he did do something. He obviously did like some kind of hypnosis on her. He just using his hand just touches her briefly. And then you see her change, and she turns into a vampire. Obviously, they didn't show it. I mean, who in their right mind would show that shit? A woman eating her child. That is not going on at all. You know, so we had that part. Then obviously we have them walking down, you know, and they meet this one guy who supposedly he knows Poco. Turns out he's a vampire. And Jojo's not fooled. Johnson's not fooled. He grabs his tongue and he just steps on him. Oh, that was awesome. He stepped on this motherfucker's face. And I'm like, God damn. And you got the kanji going on in this one. Oh, this was a fucking awesome episode. 5 out of 5, by the way. And obviously he meets up with Zeppeli's master, Tompetti. Oh, and I also forgot to mention about the whole thing with the, you know, Zeppeli and his master in the beginning of the episode. And he gets like a little sparring match with one of Tompetti's subordinates, or one of his underlings, you know, disciples. And they know that he knew Zeppeli, and he tells them an unfortunate news that he's dead. And they obviously are on their way now to go and attack Dio and to stop him. And then at that moment when he's meeting up with him and they find out the truth, you got the music going on. Got the ending theme song going. And we see Poco's sister is in Dio's clutches. And we see the Dio's creature feature guys. He's got these heads of humans on these, like, dogs. It was like, oh, crazy shit. There's nothing I can say more about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've praised this show from the moment I started reading the manga and I started watching these episodes. I've praised it and praised it and praised it. The only other reviewers that can praise this show more than I do is probably, I count a good majority of them. McGorpool Inc., everybody knows him as Justin. Devil Artemis, don't know who that is. Ryoku, good friend of mine. Luffy the Super Saiyan. Those guys, they know JoJo. They know. Go take a look at those guys. Especially Justin, man. He knows fucking JoJo. More than I do. Christ's sake, he's read the whole fucking series. This was a good fucking episode. And it looks like we're going to get part 1. It's going to be finished. They're going to go through part 1. That's more or less guaranteed here. If they continue on from after that, we're going to get part 1 and what seems to be part 2. Now, oh man. And next week's going to be JoJo against Dio. And I'm like, oh, this could be insane. I can't. This show is so. It is so fucking huge right now. It's just like it's overwhelming. And I didn't cry in this episode though. I should have. You know, because that was sad. That was fucking sad. Zeppeli, man. Passing on his techniques to JoJo. And JoJo's beast, man. He's fucking beast. Now, he's not like, the shit he does in probably the next episode is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because like I said, I'm up to part 2 of in the manga. I'm up to part 2 of JoJo. So, you guys, this show, 5 out of 5. Every episode, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Now, obviously, there are some faux pas. You know, the whole it's too quick. The pacing's too quick. Manga's better. It's true. And it's true that they censored a few things, but still, man, you can't say anything better about this series than what it's brought to the table. And it's brought a shitload of stuff to the table. So, my thoughts on this series, fucking A. Fucking A. JoJo is shit. It will remain as one of the best animes of this season. You're right, I didn't stutter. Did I stutter when I said that? No. It's the truth. It's the fact. It's bona fide. I personally want to believe people who've been watching this series, go read the manga so you can read the manga, so you can read this series and get like fucking amped and get into it and say like, wow, this show is awesome. Because I think even though it is a good depiction of the manga, it's not it's obviously the manga is better than the anime. So go start reading that shit. Another awesome episode of JoJo. Fucking A. And we're going to get part 2. I believe that's what I've heard. We're going to get a part 2. So that's even better. So, and I'm up to part 2 right now. Reading the manga. I'm up to part 2. So, groups of JoJo. And that's all I got for you guys. So, ZEPPELI, beast, man, for the motherfucking win. Jonathan for the motherfucking win. And yes, come on, Dio Brando. This guy is the villain of villains, man. I honestly believe he could topple most villains in other shows. I really do. So, Dio Brando for the motherfucking win, ZEPPELI for the motherfucking win, and Jonathan Joestar for the motherfucking win. This has been Bonkai 922. Mothers eating chilled babies. Didn't show it though. See ya.